gents. This is our third episode. I'm here with Mike Hall of Residential Photography Solutions.
Hey guys.
I've known Mike for 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
It's been
somewhere
a
in
minute.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is going to be a great opportunity. We've already got people logging in. So we're going to talk a little bit about Mike's business, what you do, and tell us a little bit about it. So you do residential photography, as the name
Implies,
yes.
Yeah. Yes. The world's longest business name, by the way.
Yeah. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Mom. I don't know if you're there or not.
No, she's not yet.
Okay.
But
she will be.
Yeah, she's going to be
Biggest
there.
fan.
We're going to have some people tuning in here. It's going to be great. So tell me a little bit about your business. Tell me how long you've been doing it and what drew you to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So started Residential Photography Solutions, once again, the world's longest name, back in 2015. And basically what I do is I do MLS photography for realtors. I do also interior design work as well and commercial photography. And I got into it because honestly, I wanted to spend more time with my kids. My first son was born, and it's always something that I wanted to do, and it kind of kicked me in the butt and got me started. And I've been doing it for a while now, and I really enjoy it. And I've been able to help a lot of realtors out and really hone my skills as well as a photographer. So it's been great.
Excellent. And your wife is a photographer as well, or not?
She's not a photographer. Realtor. She is a realtor. Yeah. So it's cool. She is now doing listings. She didn't start off doing listings, so we've been able to kind of collaborate recently, which has been really great.
Excellent. And of course, thanks again to Root Realty for lending our space to us. They have been super nice and excellent. And look, your wife said hi.
Hi. Hey. Talking about you.
Yeah, all good things though. Obviously, you can tell because we're talking and you're listening. So
yeah.
So
she hasn't left yet.
Emily left.
Yeah. No, she's still there.
She's still there. All right, perfect. Good. So tell me a little bit about some of the equipment that you use, because obviously, just like any photography, you're going to rely heavily on your equipment, what you're using it for, and tell me about what you shoot with, your lenses, and any specialty equipment that you might use.
Okay, absolutely. And that is the biggest thing. So for any sort of architectural or real estate photography, there's a lot of specialty equipment. Here we'll start off with my camera. Obviously use a DSLR with a wide angle lens. You have to have that wide angle lens to make rooms look like the size that they actually are. The other thing too that I really rely heavily on is actually my pole cam. So I have a big old pole that I put this on the end of, and it goes from 9 feet all the way up to 18 feet. To get the exterior shots, that's a big deal, because if you're shooting on the ground, you can't see how big a building is. They tend to get all wonky looking with wide angle lens. You've seen the photos where the houses look like they're falling over. That's not what we want to do. Yeah. So that's definitely a big important piece of equipment that I use. Also, I've got my drone, so I can get those aerial shots. It's a big deal these days. That's definitely a direction that I see everybody heading in, especially for real estate photography. People want to show off property lines. They want to show off how close they are to the beach, how close they are to the lake, where they are located within a neighborhood, and you just can't do that on the ground. No. So that's where the drone really comes in. An important thing about that too is that I'm a licensed commercial drone operator too. That's really important. If you're using a photographer that isn't, just be aware of that. Things could happen because of that. So it's important to have that license and be a commercial operator as well.
Absolutely. So I was looking at your wide angle. That's a 10 to 20.
Yeah, so this is I shoot crop. So I don't know if anybody out there knows anything about cameras. Full frame, this is about the equivalent of a 16 millimeter to 32 millimeter or so. So it's a 10 to 20. It gets plenty wide. Definitely could shoot this whole room, no problem.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Now, do you find that you use any other lenses for any of your shots?
I do. I would say 95% of the time using the wide angle. I'll come back in usually at the end of a shoot and get those detail shots. I tend to use a 35 millimeter for that. Get some nice separation of focus there, some depth of field. And then also I have a gimbaled video camera as well. So I do video work as well. So that's huge. So I'll incorporate the drone, and then also my handheld gimbal video camera, and be able to do interior work with that, and then exterior work with the drone, and everything's stabilized and looks real professional. So.
Fantastic. And I've looked at your work. Of course, it's fantastic. I mean, it definitely lends a sense of aplomb to these homes. Do you find that good photos can make a better listing?
Absolutely. The biggest thing these days is people are shopping online. Nobody wants to drive to 12 properties. They want to click through them as quickly as possible on Zillow, or if your realtor sends you listings. It's important to have photos that stand out. And you have, 15 seconds, 20 seconds to grab that person's interest before
Right.
they're on to the next house, the only way you're going to be able to do that is through the photos. So yes, it's very important to get good, crisp images, realistic interior shots, great looking exterior shots, and that's, why you get a professional.
Exactly.
I mean, you're not gonna be able to do that on your phone. You're not gonna be able to do that with your handheld camera. I mean, I've been doing this for years. I've shot hundreds and hundreds of homes. Like, it's important to know what you're doing when you get in there and to get the best angles to make the house look the best that it can. I mean, and that's really what it is at the end of the day. People are shopping online and they need to know what they're getting themselves into before they get to the property.
Excellent. So what's some of the more interesting properties that you've shot?
Interesting properties. Well, I've shot plenty of homes without power, which is, realtors don't realize this for some reason. Guys, if you're listening, make sure the power is on. It's very important for lighting, for anything really. I mean, even if you're gonna show the house, the power's gotta be on.
Right.
So I've shot a lot of homes without the power on. That's not ideal, but I can still make it work. And I've had some interesting results because of it. Trying to think, I've shot plenty of homes on the water. I mean, just beautiful homes.
Right.
I mean, that's the coolest thing is Jacksonville has so many different types of homes. I mean, right now we're in a historic district. I've shot homes from, the early 1900s. I've shot brand new homes out in Nocatee. I've shot, homes in St. Augustine on the water. And, it's cool to be able to go into somebody's house for a little bit and see how they live and hone your skills based on the house as well. So, I mean, every house is going to shoot differently.
Do you find it's easier to get great shots if you have like an interior designer come in or a staging specialist to help out with the house?
Absolutely. And that's the other thing too is I'm not an interior designer, I'm a photographer.
Right.
I mean, I know how to get the shot. I don't know how to decorate a house. I leave that to my wife. Emily, if you're still there, great job. I can't do what you do. But it's important to have somebody there that knows how the house is supposed to be looking. There's a big difference between if I shoot a house that is completely empty versus if it's staged.
Right.
Staged always looks better. If you can get it staged, get it staged. Not to say that you shouldn't get a house photographed if there's no furniture in it,
Right.
because that's also important too. But yeah, absolutely. If you have somebody on site that can get the pillows looking just right and you walk into the room and you're good to go, that makes my job easier and it's going to make the photos look even better.
Perfect. So I know that timing is everything in this industry. You want to get a home listed quickly, you want offers to come in quickly, you want it to close quickly.
Yeah.
With that in mind, how quickly from when you get that phone call to say, hey, we need you to go photograph this house, how quickly can you get out there? How quickly can that agent expect those photos to turn around?
Yeah, absolutely. I can be there same day, typically. It just depends on how busy I am. I've been pretty busy lately. The market's going crazy right now. But yeah, I mean, if you call me in the morning and say, hey, I need some photos this afternoon, if I can work it in my schedule, I'm going to do it. And then at that point, typically within 24 hours, I'll get them to you. The longest it usually ever takes is 48. And those are business hours, but typically I work on the weekends too sometimes. So I would say typical turnaround times within 24 hours.
Okay, excellent. And then with your shots, do you try to stick to the available lighting or do you do any HDR just to make them pop?
So I do kind of a combination. So I think I'm a little different when it comes to a lot of interior photographers. What I do is I bracket all of my photos. So you understand photography. So for those of you guys out there that don't know what that means, so I take 6 different shots of a room at different exposures. And then what I'll do is I'll manually blend those. It's not technically HDR, it's more of like an infused method. So you get a more natural looking photo. And then also what I'll do is I'll also expose for the exterior as well, and then in Photoshop bring in all of those windows. So I mean, it's a process. I mean, I'm on property for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, but I'm at home editing. I'm in front of my computer for hours after that. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into this for me to get everything just right, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I think the product shows. So that's the most important thing.
Oh, yeah. I know when I was out in the field and just anytime I would do photographs, I'm like, man, I love to take photos, but I hate editing, so I would just hand it off to my wife and make this beautiful.
I like both. That's the thing, and I'm getting to the point where like I shoot for the edit now. When I first started, you kind of finding your way, you're trying to figure out how to do things, and I have such a routine now, and I have such a way of doing it that I get the shots, I know what I need when I get back to the Photoshop, and everything just seems to work out. So, and that's that experience too. It's like I can be in and out, I know what I'm doing, and it really helps.
Yeah, because in the end, if I get this shot the right way while I'm there, it's less work in production.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. So that's fascinating. And as a photographer, I love to see work that takes my breath away. And looking at some of your homes, I'm like, man, I've been to that house, and your pictures show it correctly.
Yeah.
And that's important to me. And I know, I was just going through your work earlier before you got here. And I was like, man, that's really impressive. And if an agent wants to reach out to you for some of that, what's the best way for them to contact you?
You can go to Facebook. I'm on Facebook. You can message me through there. My website is a great place to get me. You can call me. I'll give you my phone number. It's 904-305-7991. And text me, email me. All of my contact information is on my website, and that can be found at residentialphotographysolutions.com, or if you're really lazy, rpsjacksonville.com. It'll take you to the same site.
Awesome. Well, we do have some events coming up, and then our next upcoming event is we are hosting a Lunch and Learn with an Underwriter. That's going to be this Thursday, April 19th. If you haven't already signed up for it, this is a great opportunity. It gives you a chance to sit down in a room with an underwriter, which is a rare thing, to actually ask them questions and find out what's going on with this process. Why is this loan taking longer than normal? What's the deal with tax returns? So it's a great opportunity to ask those underwriters the question. Space is limited, so if you haven't already signed up, go ahead and do so. Also, this upcoming Saturday, which is April 21st, we are doing the Realtor Walkabout, Realtor Community Walk, where it's a chance for, if you have any first-time home buyers, or if you know someone that's looking to buy in the Riverside, Avondale, Springfield area doing 2 tours that day, it's a chance for you to get out, take a look at some beautiful homes. Our friends at Root Realty are providing us some listings, and I mean, these are gorgeous homes. And then the last thing I'm going to mention is that we have a mix and mingle for business owners and just general fun. It's going to be April 26th, and it is at Firebirds at the Town Center. So go ahead and sign up for that. I'll put a link in the comments where you can see all those events. Otherwise, Mike, did you have any closing thoughts?
Not really. I appreciate you having me on. This has been great.
Did you want to sing the theme song?
I do. It's Monday Minutes with the Fox.
Awesome.
You're welcome, guys.
Well, we're going to go ahead and sign off.
That's
here.
why I'm a photographer, not a singer.
Yeah. Again, not a singer. I do. We're jack of all trades, because you also do woodworking, don't you?
I do some woodworking. Yeah.
We're gonna do a quick shout out to that. So
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about.
Well, I haven't been doing. I've been busy with this, but yeah, in a past life, I would say I did my fair share of woodworking as well. So.
Because y'all have taken on some pretty audacious
We have.
projects.
I don't know if anybody's been to Crispy's Bar and Grill in Springfield, but I built the whole bar over there with my friend Daniel Russo and Tongue and Teak. That's our business. So
that's
his business,
that's
not my
play on
business.
words.
You
I
know,
like
yeah.
that.
Tongue and Teak is very.
It's very tongue in cheek.
See,
yeah,
there it is.
There it is.
But yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, check out Crispy's. The whole bar was ours, and all the tables, everything in there. So. Yeah, it's fun. I like to create. Creating's good.
Creating's awesome. So if you have photography needs, specifically residential, reach out to Mike.
Yep. Headshots as well.
Yeah.
I do headshots. So you realtors looking to update from 1992, call me. I gotcha.
If you have need of tables or bars,
Don't call me.
Don't call him.
I'm busy with this now.
Yeah,
but appreciate my work elsewhere.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you have anyone that you'd like to see on here, if you have any topics that you'd like to hear about, if you want to be on here, reach out to me. You can email me, justin.fox@pnc.com. You can give me a call, 904-228-0742. Or just stop me on the street and say, hey, I want to be on Monday Minutes.
Cool.
Yeah. And again, these, I don't know if you can see this, Mike, we upgraded since the last time. We got some exciting things coming down the pipe. So definitely stay tuned, and we'll see y'all next time.
Cool. Bye, guys.